Ever do great all day, then crush a bag of chips or Oreos. You tell yourself just one bite, then the next thing you know, the box is gone, and then you're on to the next thing and the next thing. Video, I'm gonna tell you why it's happening and what I do to stop it. Why you binge eat. You undereat early in the day, mental restriction. Undereating early in the day, you're not broken, you're just starving. Calories during the day, so you think your body's craving food, so it's a survival instinct. Mental restriction, you're telling yourself no too often, not letting yourself have those cheat meals or those cheat things. Emotional triggers, stress, boredom, frustration, availability, and environment. If junk food is in reach, I'm more likely to eat it. Just like last night, there was I have junk food in there for the kids, and boy, it was tempting me hard last night, but I won. I didn't eat any of it, because I know if I eat one, then I'm gonna eat the rest of it. So, for me, I usually, I'd be good all day, and then at night, if I eat one thing, like I was talking about, then I just go on a binge and eat all the sweets. So, for me, it's just not to try and eat that stuff, because it don't work for me. Every time I've tried to do it and have self-control, it just doesn't work. Just like last night, I was like, I can have a couple cookies, but I know that would have turned into a whole pack, and then I would have done it, So here's some stuff that I do and try and get done throughout the day to help me better, but sometimes I'm pretty good at it, and sometimes lately I haven't been good at it, but the more people I talk to, it seems like it's a common issue, so I think this is why I think we need to discuss it. Here's some tips that I use. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tips. Here's 5 tips. If I get all my protein and then I'm tracking my calories, then I'm a little less likely to do it, because I know I won't have very many calories left, and I know that'll put me over and that'll derail my progress that I've been trying so hard to get. The best thing to do is not buy the stuff, but if you got kids like me and you're a dad and you're just out here trying to do it, then you got to have that stuff on hand for the kids. But and I think that's a trigger too, because most of the time when they're not there, I don't have it. I don't have them for my week, but when they're there and I have the stuff in the house, I know for me, if I have just one, then that's a big deal, and then I'm gonna eat more. Another thing is, if I pause or log it into MyFitnessPal beforehand, then I know that, oh, this is X amount of calories. I don't have that many calories. Then I can make a better decision about, is this really worth what I'm about to do? Derail my progress, derail everything I've been working so hard for. So pause and put it in there, then that really helps. Or what I've been starting to do is I've been starting to go for a walk. Say, hey, I could still have that if I wanted in 10 or 15 minutes. Go for a walk, do some push-ups. There's a saying, move a muscle, change a thought. So I've been doing that lately too, and that's been working out pretty good. But I've also learned through this whole process is that I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to not have any of this stuff. If I have something early in the day, piece of candy, piece of cake or something, that's okay too, as long as I don't go overboard. So I don't have to be perfect. The more I try to be restrictive, I know the more that I eat this stuff and the stuff that's not good for me. But if I'm open to, all right, yeah, you can have that in a couple minutes, or you can have that in 10 minutes or whatever, then then I kind of trick my mind into doing it. And now I've started using Ratio yogurt. I'm not sponsored by them at all, but I use Ratio yogurt, and I eat that and cup of half a cup of frozen blueberries, and that's kind of been my sweet tooth also. But I also found the sugar-free Jello trend with the Greek yogurt also. I've used that before. I've also used cottage cheese and protein and berries also. So if you get the hint, my go-to here is blueberries and cottage cheese or Greek yogurt or something like that, you know, and that's usually enough to take the sweet tooth away and help me. And I've been just incorporating that in my day-to-day calories now, so that I'll be like, all right, well, this is my sweet thing for the day. So I did that all last week. Did ratio yogurt and blueberries all last week after dinner, and that kind of worked for me. So I'm gonna keep trying that. But there's all kinds of healthy stuff that you can do out there. But just remember, you know, that this is a marathon, not a sprint. And the thing is just getting back up, and if you do mess up, just start again the next day, you know, because it's only bad if you keep doing it over and over and over again, you know. I'm learning the more I do this, the fewer and far between these things are, and hopefully I get to the point where they're not there at all, or maybe they're planned, you know. Maybe I do the planned one, you know. I just understand that I'm not going to be perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to eat. Just like Friday, we went out to eat, and I had chips and salsa more night, and I felt bad Friday night. I was like, man, I ate too much. I did this, I did that. And, you know, Saturday I woke up and I was like, I felt bad. I felt like crap. And I got to thinking, I was like, man, this is a perfect example of the 80-20 rule, right? Eat the right way 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time, it's okay if you slip up. So I got to thinking, I was like, man, I was good all week, hit all my macros all week, hit my protein all week, and this little slip on Friday, it was a little planned, but it also wasn't the end of the world. You know, I knew that I didn't have to be perfect. You know, I tried to plan it. I just ain't there yet. I don't have enough self-discipline yet. I guess my goals ain't big enough, but you know, I said, hey, this is a 20% time here if I ate well all week, right? If I ate well all week, and then I have one bad meal, then it might hinder my progress a little bit, but I don't think it's really going to hinder my progress a whole bunch. But that's my 5 tips on how I stopped the binge eating. Now, I ain't perfect at it, and the people I talk to been doing the same thing. So if you binge eat, like and comment what works for you, what doesn't. You know, follow and subscribe. I'm gonna try and do more of these helpful tips that work for me. You know, I also know that everybody's different, and we ain't gonna have the same thing that works for you that might work for me, but we can at least connect and follow each other and try and do better. You know, that's all I'm trying to do, is better than I was yesterday. And if I only binge eat, so I ate that meal Friday night, consider that my cheat meal, but I didn't have no sugar or no processed, no junk food. You know, the sweetest thing I had was the ratio yogurt, and that was planned. That was in my macros, so I'm okay with it, you know. So until next time, I'll have more tips and more fitness things. So still going strong with the 10K challenge, the dad bod, and chest challenges. I probably need to give an update on those because it's been a while, and I know y'all are probably curious about that. But I did get to 215 last week, so now I'm trying to get to 210. I'm actually trying to get to 200 by the end of the month, so August. Hopefully I'll be close. Hopefully I'll be pretty close by then. Here's what I used to binge on, but now I've noticed that since I've been eating more protein and have a go-to snack, cravings gotten less and less. So